Mario is getting a call for us, so we'll
let's not miss that.
Yes, no, definitely not. So let's see. He's I think it was just a little quick busy there. He'll give us a ring back. He was calling at 11:15, but he must have thought about you with 11:11. 11:11.
The power of the mind and my 11:11, the one connectedness. That's so funny. Yeah, he must have gotten my vibe.
Right. It's so funny. And numbers have been. I know numbers are really powerful for you, but I don't know if people look at their phone every once in a while and they see 11:11 or they see 111, or it's just like, how are you looking at your phone right at that moment? But here he is. Let's see what he has to say. Hey Mario, it's Kathy and Catherine. How are you?
Hi Kathy. Hi Catherine.
Hi Mario.
I'm well, thank you.
We are so excited to talk to you again because I feel like we're kind of channeling your journey on your tour, and now you're are you in New York? You headed to New York?
We're closer. I'm closer now.
You're closer.
Now I'm in New York.
You're honing in on LA just for these two women who are going to be salivating in your audience.
Wow.
I can't wait to meet you in person. It's going to be fun.
Likewise. So how has it been going? How many concerts do you have under the belt so far?
Very good. We did 2 in Australia and 1 in Greece. And we're here, to perform the first one on Monday on the North Coast. So we do Jazz at Lincoln Center this coming Monday at the Rose Theatre. Then I go to Montreal for November 9th. And then I come to you for November 11th, Los Angeles.
Of course you do.
And it's on the 11th. Amazing. Well, we were just talking about, actually, we have a guest also today that will be following you and kind of talking about the power of mind. And I know that traveling and being on tour is excruciating in terms of just, the time. You're in the air, you're not on a regular schedule, you're changing time zones, you're eating at different times. How are you managing just keeping yourself well and energized for what is in front of you?
I think drinking lots of water, many juices, eating not eating too much, because sometimes on planes you can overdo it, because the service is there and everyone wants to offer you, sweets and candies and lots of food and wines and all that. And I try to keep everything to a minimum so that I feel good. I don't feel heavy at all.
Yeah.
I walk around because the muscles get kind of tight on the flight during the flight. And that's it. I see beautiful movies. I try to sleep a bit if it's a very long flight, and generally keeping a clear mind and a happy self.
It's so true. So true. That positive attitude and thought. I wanted to ask you about as well. I know Catherine and I were curious. You've sung with so many extraordinary musicians and artists. Will you just tell us kind of some of your favorite memories and how you've been collaborating with these people?
Well, one of the favorite artists I've worked with was Justin Hayward from the Moody Blues, who not only gave me his song Nights in White Satin that he composed, but he also sang with me on my first album, on Sometimes I Dream, and it was called Notte di Luce. So it was Notte di Luce, but it also became Nights in White Satin. So it was bilingual. It was sung in Italian and English. And that was a great experience because he came to sing with me in so many performances, and we did a lot of promotion, on BBC and Germany, and really met him. He's a super cool guy, and he is one of those great, generous colleagues that will always be imprinted in my mind. And it's what I want to do one day, with a young artist who would approach me, for example. I would want to open the door and say, "Welcome, and here's the stage, and let's sing together." Placido Domingo also made a huge impression on me because he was just incredible, very very generous again. And when I first met him, I sang as an audition at the Met, backstage at the Met, the Metropolitan Opera. And I sang Lucevano le stelle from Tosca and De me volenti spiriti from Traviata. And he loved the voice. He said, he gave me some very, very valuable advice. And a few years later, he invited me to perform some concerts with him.
Wow.
So I thought he wanted me to get ready, at least with my technical side of things. And I thought he was just fantastic and so much fun on stage, always laughing, like it's a fun thing to do, of course, which it should be, but it terrifies me, knowing that Placido Domingo is right there.
Wow. Yeah, that's a high bar, I would say.
Wow.
But Lara Fabian was great as well. I don't know if you're familiar with her music, but she was fantastic. She sang Adagio. She also did, the song Forever on, what was it, IQ, I think it was called. Mm-hmm. One of those great contemporary movies. And she's a beautiful lady, a wonderful artist, and wow, what a voice, incredible. And we've had a lot of great moments together, singing songs like So in Love. We actually met on the set of Kiss Me Kate. It was basically the life of Cole Porter with Kevin Kline and Ashley Judd, and I played a small role, a cameo role, kind of playing the leading man in Kiss Me Kate. So that's where I met Lara. Lara was playing my lover on the movie. So that was a fun moment, singing So in Love by Cole Porter.
You have such a wide range of talents, it sounds like. We just finished a campaign called Bridging the Gap that brought in this mentorship. It's actually, we coined the term reciprocal mentorship, which means basically a more empowered, balanced form of mentorship, meeting all these incredible people. Do you see yourself as having a mentor or being a mentor?
As being a mentor?
Either have you had a mentor helping you, guide you through? Because obviously
Yes, I had a most incredible mentor. Her name was Marilyn Horne, the great American mezzo-soprano. She's absolutely incredible. She sang with Pavarotti, John Sutherland. She played all the major roles in all the big opera houses around the world.
Wow.
And I met her in London back in 1988 when I first played Marius in Les Miserables, and I invited her to see the show. And since then, we've been very, very good friends. And she said to me, Mario, your voice really belongs in opera. You should be studying classical music. So with her advice, I then auditioned and got a place at the Juilliard School in New York and continued my studies as a classical singer. And then I signed with Peter Gelb, who was then the head of Sony Classical. Now he's the head of the Metropolitan Opera. And he said, Mario, I would like you to do a classical crossover record rather than an album of arias, for example, because there's no one else like you. There's only one guy, and that was Andrea Bocelli. Mm-hmm. So Andrea Bocelli was he was in that niche, in that sort of genre of music, the classical crossover music, which basically all it means is that you have a classical base and an operatic training, but you want to appeal to the masses. You want to appeal to a bigger audience.
Right.
So in a sense, that did something to me. I mean, I enjoyed the fact that someone would write songs for me, new songs that they are good for my voice and using my full range. So I met my producer, Steve Wood, who lives in LA actually, and he's coming to see the show. Mm-hmm. And we co-wrote a song called Sometimes I Dream, which was based on the aria E lucevano le stelle, but we added some extra lyrics and music that I wrote. And it became a huge hit. Back then it sold over 2 million records to start with. It was back when records were still selling.
Wow.
And that's it. And I enjoyed it so much. That kind of different journey and the idea of performing with so many interesting artists, like Alejandro Fernandez, for example, like Sarah Brightman, for example, who I had the pleasure of performing a song called Carpe Diem, Seize the Day, for so many performances, and also on my new record, Tales of Christmas, which was produced by Jorge Calandrelli, who is a 6-time Grammy Award-winning composer and conductor.
Wow.
And that's it. I'm really enjoying it so much.
That's incredible. I mean, what a journey. And I mean, I wish I have already heard you in concert, that now we can, really talk about the experience, because I just know come November 11th, when we are sitting there in the front row and you step out on stage, we're going to absolutely melt in our chairs.
I think you'll enjoy it. I don't want to say too much because
Okay.
I don't want to preempt whatever.
Why,
But I know you will definitely enjoy it because all the songs that you've known, that you've heard somewhere, most of them are there, in the repertoire. And it's a more intimate setting. That's what I love about it. That we sort of, I give the audience little stories about how it was when I first started, and my first audition. And that kind of, taking everyone through my personal journey, which I've never done before, in a sense. And singing the songs that I love, and songs that were written for me, and stories about that as well. So I think it's going to be fun.
Why do I think that it won't be a surprise to see women melting in their chairs for you?
No.
I think you've seen it once or twice before.
We need you for the rest of the performance.
I will tell you, Mario, I'm going to also bring my son, and he is an aspiring singer, and he's
great.
really taken to
is it
wanting
classical
to pursue
or
this.
pop?
No, he's pop. And he's writing it all, and so I want him to come in and experience the show, and also see, because it's also performing, it's storytelling, and you're really sharing a part of you, and I think that's the other important part, and that's what I've loved also, getting to know you on these kind of short interviews and just hearing about your history, and so. Next time we're chatting, it'll be right before your concert, so we'll get a little more in depth on maybe your family and just other things that you like to do, and we'll just keep kind of building up this excitement. And but have a really wonderful meet and greet tomorrow in New York, and we do have the tickets. We've got 2 VIP tickets that we are going to be able to give away. So we want to share this fun with 2 lucky people out here in Los Angeles. So we'll be doing that on Facebook. We'll keep you posted. I'm going to tag you and everything.
Oh, no, that's great. Thank you so much.
Anyway, enjoy New York. Have a great concert, and we'll see you.
Thank you.
We'll
and happy Halloween. I don't know, do you celebrate Halloween?
Yes, we do.
We do. We're not in costume today, but we are somehow celebrating.
Today, nor am I.
Yeah, maybe tonight.
Maybe tonight. Trick or treat tonight. Well, safe travels, Mario. Thank you for coming back. We'll see you on this end of the country soon enough.
Take care, both of you, and I admire your work and how you your great energy about life and staying fit and being a happy member of this life, and that is amazing because you inspire us.
Aww.
Okay,
right back
just
at
so
you. Okay, talk to you soon.
All right.
Bye.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Take
Bye-bye.
care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, I don't know if we're going to be able to contain ourselves.
I'm with
He's
you.
so nice.
He's so refreshing. You know what? In this world of celebrity,
nice.
which you're certainly far more familiar with than I am. This is all new to me. But it is really wonderful to come across people that are so down to earth and so grounded to their roots and aren't letting, we look at it, from Moody Blues to, Placido Domingo, and incredible people that he has, personally worked with, obviously, had incredible people mentoring him, has been in, amazing performances on stage as well as, in concert tours. And with such a great head on his shoulders, it's rare, I think.
He has on his website too. There's a section about helping others.
Oh, that's amazing. You want to read something about it? Tell people who he is.
There, and that's the thing I was just going to say. It's like everyone needs to know him.
Everyone needs to know him. Absolutely. And
to know him.
Tune into Facebook, because they're going to be, you share a little bit more about these VIP tickets, but they have an opportunity to really to see him here in person and be drooling maniacs like us. But more importantly, to experience this gentleman, experience his talent, experience someone who, spends his life not only, in this high level performance, but also giving back.
Right. And the part on his site, it talks about his commitment to humanitarian causes, and there's a list of charities that he's supported for a really long time: the Jericho Project, the Dalai Lama Center for Peace, Prince Charles and England's charities. It's a list. So he's very, very dedicated and understanding of the whole giving back. And wow,
we need more of him in this world. Can we just clone him?
Let's keep sharing that, but it'll be incredible.
Yeah, you guys, so tune into Facebook. You have a really amazing opportunity to, really see him in person and get a feel for this man and his energy, and hopefully, his work will really ripple out, and his being, his incredible, like you said, the humanitarian aspects of his character.
Right.
Hopefully that will really touch a lot of people and have a ripple effect out in the world.